Hey Mark, before we get too deep, let's do a quick recap. Last time, we talked about plants in general, but today is all about growing plants indoors, nice and slow, super clear.
I like that idea. Focusing on the basics makes things less overwhelming, especially for people who are just starting out with houseplants. There's something calming about taking it step by step, too.
Exactly. Let's lay down some of those must-know words first. Soil, pot, water, light, sun, leaf, root, feed, clean, move. I feel like these are the building blocks for anything plant-related.
That's a great lineup. Each of those words pops up all the time when you care for plants. For example, without the right soil, even the hardiest plant is going to struggle. And I can't count how many times I've moved a pot just to find the best spot for light.
Seriously, I've had to rotate my plants so many times, one side always seems to get more sun than the other. But you're right, getting comfortable with these simple words helps everything make more sense. So now, let's try something really practical. We'll use short sentences. Plants need soil. Plants need pots. Plants need water. Keeping it this simple actually helps you remember the essentials, don't you think?
Absolutely. When I was new to indoor gardening, breaking things down like that made it way less intimidating. If you just remember soil, pot, water, and light, you've already got most things covered.
That reminds me, let's practice a bit. If I say, I water my plant, you can echo that. It's kind of like building a muscle memory for language and routines at the same time.
And honestly, repeating those phrases sticks in your head. The next time you walk past your plant, you'll probably think, did I water my plant? Is the soil dry? Simple repetition really works.
Speaking of routines, let's talk about the basic steps for starting an indoor plant. Step 1. Choose a pot, big or small. Step 2. Add potting soil, never garden soil. Step 3. Plant. Step 4. Water, light, care. It sounds almost too easy, right?
Yeah, it sounds simple, but little details matter a lot. For example, potting soil is designed for good drainage in containers, while garden soil can stay too wet and suffocate roots. And I used to forget about drainage holes all the time, which just leads to soggy plants.
Oh, the classic overwatering trap. Or having a pot with no hole, that's a recipe for root rot right there. It's wild how the smallest details make the biggest difference in whether your plant thrives or fizzles out. Let's switch gears for a second and talk about some common indoor plants and what they need. Like, snake plants barely need water. Basil loves Sunday peace lilies, like moist soil. Each one's a little different.
I used to think all plants wanted the same care, but I learned the hard way. My first basil plant wilted because I put it in the shade, and my aloe got mushy from too much water. Matching the plant to its preferred light and soil keeps them so much healthier.
It makes plant care feel more like a puzzle you're figuring out which piece goes where, and you really get to know your plants better that way, too. Funny you mention knowing your plant's simple habits can help so much, like cleaning leaves, wiping off dust, turning the pot for even light, and feeding just once a month.
Those little routines keep plants healthy. I've found that just checking the soil with my finger before watering saves so many plants from being drowned. And turning the pot every week prevents those awkward, lopsided growths toward the window.
Plus, if you see yellow leaves, that's usually a clue. Maybe it's too much sun or water, or the roots are feeling cramped. It's honestly a bit of detective work, but it gets easier with practice. Before we wrap up, let's give everyone a little checklist. I check soil. I check light. I check leaves. I water when dry. I feed in season. I clean leaves. Even saying it out loud helps it stick.
That's a fantastic way to finish. It's less about memorizing facts and more about building a rhythm. And hey, making mistakes is just part of learning. Every plant parent has a story about watering too much or forgetting to feed.
So true. The main thing is to enjoy, grow, and learn. Plants aren't just decorations. Taking care of them can become its own relaxing routine. Here's to everyone growing healthier plants, one simple step at a time.